Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton's reign of terror kicks off. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say it's the dawning of a new day at Forrester Creations. And this week it was revealed that Carter Walton's Lawrence Street Victor shady takeover was a success. Carter is now in charge of FC and is ready to make his mark on the fashion company. But is Carter going to let the power go to his head and go rogue? Here's what's coming up next on B&B. Spoilers ahead. Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, did his due diligence. However, this week on Bold and Beautiful, he had to deliver some bad news to the Forrester family. After looking over Carter's LLC documents and Ridge Forrester's, Thorsten K. signature, Justin revealed that the contracts are ironclad and they just lost control of their own company. Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Mythsinswood, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, are livid, but according to Justin, there's nothing they can do about it. B&B spoilers say Carter Walton will begin his reign as Forrester Creations manager this week and will be eager to resurrect hope for the future for his girlfriend Hope Logan, Annika Noel. Then he will most likely begin making moves to purchase other companies that he begged Ridge to buy and expand the company. So far, Carter seems to be taking the high road and working in the best interest of the company, even if he is wrong and stole it. But will all the power go to his head? Carter Walton has clearly gone rogue. No one ever expected him to do something like this to the Forrester family. We could argue that Carter is a good guy and won't do anything to hurt the company. But is he really a good guy? It's impossible to predict what he will do next at FC, because no one ever expected this from him. Hope Logan's hold on Carter has certainly changed him. Do you think that Carter will continue acting in the best interest of the company? Or is it only a matter of time before he starts doing more damage at the office? Has Carter become a villain? The Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton's reign of terror kicks off. It was a bright afternoon in the heart of Los Angeles, and for the residents of the Forrester mansion, the air was thick with anticipation. The fashion world was buzzing, but there was an undercurrent of tension that only those closest to the Forrester family could feel. The prodigal son of Forrester Creations, Carter Walton, had always been a man of integrity, a man who was both respected and admired. But as of today, everything was about to change. Carter was no longer the affable lawyer with a sense of justice and fairness. No, today marked the beginning of his reign of terror. Carter's transformation into a villain had been a slow burn, a process that had been taking place over the course of months, if not years. He had always been a man of principle, but lately it seemed that his moral compass had slowly been drifting toward a darker, more self-serving direction. It started with small compromises, his brief affair with Quinn Forrester that nearly cost him his career, his brief flirtation with his feelings for Paris Buckingham. But those moments were nothing compared to what was coming. It all began at a meeting with Eric Forrester, patriarch of the family and the founder of Forrester Creations. Eric had always considered Carter as one of his most trusted employees, a man who had a firm grasp on the legal side of the business and a keen sense of loyalty. Carter had always been the kind of man who would stand by Eric through thick and thin. But over time, Carter's role in the Forrester empire had started to feel like a cage, a place where he was undervalued and overlooked. Despite his high-ranking position in the company, he was still seen as the outsider, the loyal employee rather than the family member. The tipping point came one fateful evening. Carter had been left out of an important business decision, one that involved a significant partnership with an international fashion house. Despite his long history with the company, Eric had opted to give the deal to Ridge Forrester, his son, as well as Brooke Logan and Steffi Forrester. Carter had done everything to prove his worth, but time and again, it seemed that he was being passed over. As the deal went down, something inside Carter snapped. The injustice of it all, the years of hard work and dedication, it all felt like a betrayal. What had once been a family that had stood together was now a collection of power-hungry players, each trying to carve out their own piece of the empire. Carter couldn't stand by and let it continue. So with calculated precision, he began to make his move. His first step was simple. He went to the Forrester Creations Board of Directors and convinced them that Eric's vision for the future of the company was outdated. Carter, with his legal prowess and understanding of corporate dynamics, pushed for a more progressive direction. Under his leadership, the company could be streamlined and modernized, embracing new technology and fresh talent. But Carter wasn't content with merely taking the reins of Forrester Creations. He wanted complete control. With his charisma and sharp intellect, Carter began to isolate Eric, Ridge, and the rest of the Forrester family from the day-to-day operations of the company. He started to orchestrate behind-the-scenes meetings, leveraging his knowledge of their weaknesses and insecurities to his advantage. He played the game with such precision that even the Forrester family members didn't realize what was happening until it was too late. But Carter wasn't done yet. He knew that to truly solidify his hold over the company, he had to eliminate the emotional ties that held the Forresters together. He began to turn family members against one another, planting seeds of doubt and suspicion. The once tight-knit group that had weathered so many storms together was now on the brink of collapse. Ridge, who had always been the golden boy of Forrester Creations, found himself at odds with his father, as well as his sister, Steffi. Brooke, ever the schemer, found herself caught between her loyalty to her family and her growing distrust of Carter. Paris Buckingham, ever the wild card, was caught up in the drama, unsure of where her allegiance should lie. But perhaps the most devastating blow was yet to come. Carter knew that the key to maintaining his power was to remove any potential threat to his authority. And there was one person who had the potential to undo everything. Zoe Buckingham, the woman Carter had once loved. Though their relationship had ended in heartbreak, Carter knew that Zoe still held a significant influence over the family, especially over Paris, her younger sister. If he could destroy Zoe, he could control Paris, and thus the entire Buckingham family. Carter's plan was as ruthless as it was brilliant. He began to manipulate Zoe, playing on her insecurities and turning her against her sister. He knew that by driving a wedge between the two sisters, he could break the Buckingham family's alliance with the Forresters and take full control of the company. Zoe, vulnerable and eager to prove herself, was an easy target. She began to spiral, and before long, she was lashing out at Paris and everyone around her. The true extent of Carter's reign of terror became apparent when he started to push for a corporate coup. He offered to sell Forrester Creations to a rival fashion conglomerate, one with deep pockets and an appetite for expansion. Eric, Ridge, and Steffi were blindsided by Carter's audacity, unable to comprehend how their loyal confidant could turn on them so swiftly. The boardroom battles were fierce, with Carter using every legal loophole and business tactic at his disposal. He played the Forresters like pawns in a high-stakes game, and it seemed that victory was within his grasp. He'd engineered a takeover so precise that it left no room for escape. Eric, old and tired, was no match for Carter's sharp mind. Ridge's old-school methods were quickly being replaced by Carter's sleek, modern approach. Even Steffi, with her business acumen, found herself on the defensive. But there was one thing Carter hadn't anticipated: the Forrester family's resilience. Though they were divided, they still shared a bond that couldn't be broken. Eric and Ridge, despite their differences, were united in their desire to protect what they had built. And even Brooke, despite her tumultuous relationship with Carter, couldn't stand by and watch the destruction of the family legacy. As Carter's grip on Forrester Creations tightened, the stage was set for an epic showdown. Would the Forrester family be able to unite in time to stop Carter's reign of terror? Or had the ruthless lawyer turned power-hungry businessman finally won? One thing was certain. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, no one plays fair. And Carter Walton was about to rewrite the rules. The Bold and the Beautiful Recap 2's Deck 10, Luna Begs, Bill's Logic, Hope and Brooke Eavesdrop. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Tuesday, December 10, 2024 is finally here. In today's episode, Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, pleads with Bill Spencer, Don Diamond. Although Bill is visiting Luna, he's not falling prey to her manipulations yet. Plus, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, eavesdrop at Forrester Creations. B&B recap for Tuesday, December 10 reveals that at the cabin, Hope and Brooke continue to debate about Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor motives. Brooke doesn't understand how Carter can look Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McSinswood, in the eyes again. Brooke checks her phone. There aren't any messages, so the coup must have been squashed. Brooke tells Hope that two wrongs don't make a right. Hope says she and Carter were just standing up for themselves. Brooke reasons that it was more like an all-out assault. Hope says she can't step back, not after Carter has risked it all for her. Carter can't and won't back down, Hope says. Hope wishes Brooke came to her first instead of running to Ridge. Brooke is glad that Hope has a supportive man, but is still concerned about the coup. Brooke and Hope decide they've waited long enough. They're going to Forrester Creations. At Forrester Creations, Ridge tells Carter that the takeover has disappointed so many people. Ridge is giving Carter one last chance to do the right thing. There's a chance they can forgive and forget, Ridge reasons. Steffi and Eric Forrester, Joan McCook, are on board with this. They don't want to be tied up with a bunch of litigation. Carter appreciates the repeated olive branches. However, Carter wants to make his dreams come true. Carter insists he's doing this for the best interests of the company. Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, once again confirms this is all legal. The Bold and the Beautiful recap reveals that Carter says he's doing what is best. Eric is furious. Carter says he's not pushing them out. They can stay and work while he and Hope run Forrester Creations. Ridge is outraged. Carter says Ridge doesn't have a choice. Carter calls the company dysfunctional. Hope and Brooke spy through the door as the arguing continues. Ridge and Steffi bash Hope until Carter finally leaves. Carter runs smack into Hope and Brooke in the hallway as the Forresters chase him down. Ridge calls Hope a nasty little bitch. At the prison, Bill reacts to Luna claiming they are alike. Bill clarifies that he's never committed murder. Luna says it wasn't intentional. Luna doesn't know the girl who did those things. Living with Bill was the happiest Luna has ever been. Now Bill is here. Bill confesses that reading Luna's letters was against his better judgment. Luna thinks if anyone can understand her, it's Bill. Luna claims to have told no one about her trauma except Bill. Luna reminds Bill of Penelope Poppy Nozowa's Romy Park, drugs, and endless supply of men. Bill says many people rise above their trauma. Luna was doing that, Bill says. Luna had a good job, a supportive boyfriend and a father. Luna says she snapped when she felt threatened. Luna hopes Bill doesn't hate her. Luna says she's been abandoned by everyone. Bill reminds Luna of her mother. Luna knows she is a reminder of Poppy's maternal failure. Luna wonders if Poppy will ever come back to see her. Luna hopes Bill can save her from remaining lost. Maybe they can help each other. When the time runs out, a guard drags Luna back to her cell. While being escorted away, Luna begs Bill to come back for her. The Bold and the Beautiful Recap 2s, Deck 10. Luna begs, Bill's logic, Hope and Brooke eavesdrop. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Tuesday, December 10, 2024 is finally here. In today's episode, Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, pleads with Bill Spencer, Don Diamond. Although Bill is visiting Luna, he's not falling prey to her manipulations yet. Plus, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, eavesdrop at Forrester Creations. B&B recap for Tuesday, December 10 reveals that at the cabin, Hope and Brooke continue to debate about Carter Walton's, Lawrence St. Victor motives. Brooke doesn't understand how Carter can look Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Mythinswood, in the eyes again. Brooke checks her phone. There aren't any messages, so the coup must have been squashed. Brooke tells Hope that two wrongs don't make a right. Hope says she and Carter were just standing up for themselves. Brooke reasons that it was more like an all-out assault. Hope says she can't step back, not after Carter has risked it all for her. Carter can't and won't back down, Hope says. Hope wishes Brooke came to her first instead of running to Ridge. Brooke is glad that Hope has a supportive man, but is still concerned about the coup. Brooke and Hope decide they've waited long enough. They're going to Forrester Creations. At Forrester Creations, Ridge tells Carter that the takeover has disappointed so many people. Ridge is giving Carter one last chance to do the right thing. There is a chance they can forgive and forget, Ridge reasons. Steffi and Eric Forrester, John McCook, are on board with this. They don't want to be tied up with a bunch of litigation. Carter appreciates the repeated olive branches. However, Carter wants to make his dreams come true. Carter insists he's doing this for the best interests of the company. Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, once again confirms this is all legal. The Bold and the Beautiful recap reveals that Carter says he's doing what is best. Eric is furious. Carter says he's not pushing them out. They can stay and work while he and Hope run Forrester Creations. Ridge is outraged. Carter says Ridge doesn't have a choice. Carter calls the company dysfunctional. Hope and Brooke spy through the door as the arguing continues. Ridge and Steffi bash Hope until Carter finally leaves. Carter runs smack into Hope and Brooke in the hallway as the Forresters chase him down. Ridge calls Hope a nasty little bitch. At the prison, Bill reacts to Luna, claiming they are alike. Bill clarifies that he's never committed murder. Luna says it wasn't intentional. Luna doesn't know the girl who did those things. Living with Bill was the happiest Luna has ever been. Now Bill is here. Bill confesses that reading Luna's letters was against his better judgment. Luna thinks if anyone can understand her, it's Bill. Luna claims to have told no one about her trauma except Bill. Luna reminds Bill of Penelope Poppy Nozowa's, Romy Park, drugs, and endless supply of men. Bill says many people rise above their trauma. Luna was doing that, Bill says. Luna had a good job, a supportive boyfriend and a father. Luna says she snapped when she felt threatened. Luna hopes Bill doesn't hate her. Luna says she's been abandoned by everyone. Bill reminds Luna of her mother. Luna knows she is a reminder of Poppy's maternal failure. Luna wonders if Poppy will ever come back to see her. Luna hopes Bill can save her from remaining lost. Maybe they can help each other. When the time runs out, a guard drags Luna back to her cell. While being escorted away, Luna begs Bill to come back for her. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful wrought a whirlwind of emotions, tense confrontations, and unexpected revelations. From Luna's heartfelt plea to Bill's cold, calculating logic, to Hope and Brooke's unexpected eavesdropping. The day's events left viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering just how far these characters will go to protect their interests and each other. Here's a recap of all the dramatic moments that unfolded in Los Angeles on December 10, 2024. Luna's desperate plea. The episode opened with Luna, the fiery and passionate woman at the heart of a complicated love triangle, standing in front of Bill Spencer's office. Her face was a mixture of determination and vulnerability, as she prepared to plead for something she wasn't sure she would ever get: Bill's forgiveness. Luna had been tangled in Bill's world of power, manipulation, and cutthroat decisions, but despite the tension, she still believed in him, perhaps foolishly. She had come to realize that in order to fully move on with her life, she had to confront the man who had once been her ally, her lover, and tell him the truth about how deeply his actions had affected her. But there was another layer to this confrontation. Luna needed Bill's help to secure her future in the volatile world of Forrester Creations. With the threat of losing everything she had worked for looming over her, Luna could no longer hide behind her pride. With eyes full of emotion, she began her impassioned speech, trying to appeal to Bill's humanity. "I know what you think of me, Bill. I know the kind of person I've been to you, but you're the only one who can help me now. I'm drowning, and you're the only lifeline I have left." Bill, as always, was a man of cold logic and ruthless ambition. As she spoke, his face remained impassive, a mask of indifference barely hiding the calculation behind his steely eyes. Luna's plea seemed to fall on deaf ears, but there was a flicker, just a flicker, of something deeper beneath the surface. Was it empathy, or just an opportunity to manipulate her once again? "I don't owe you anything, Luna," Bill replied, his tone firm. "The last time we were together, you were working against me. I'm not in the business of saving anyone, especially not someone who's made the choices you have." But Luna wasn't ready to give up yet. She was relentless, even if it meant appealing to Bill's ego. "I wasn't always working against you. I've made mistakes, but I'm willing to change. I can still prove myself to you. Give me a chance." Bill paused, weighing her words carefully. He knew how to use people to his advantage, and as Luna stood there, pouring her heart out, he saw an opportunity. Whether or not he would take it remained to be seen. Bill's cold logic. Meanwhile, in another part of town, Bill was having a conversation with his son, Wyatt Spencer. Wyatt had become increasingly concerned about his father's path, particularly when it came to the people Bill was aligning himself with. Wyatt, ever the moral compass of the Spencer family, had a hard time accepting the lengths Bill was willing to go to secure his power. "Do you really think this is the right way to handle things, Dad?" Wyatt asked, trying to get through to him. "Luna isn't like the others. She's different. Maybe you should reconsider helping her." Bill's eyes hardened, and his voice became low and steady as he replied, "Wyatt, you don't understand. In this world, you don't get what you want by being nice or playing fair. You get it by being strategic, by using people when you need to. Luna, she's a pawn just like anyone else. If I can use her to get ahead, I will. Simple as that." Wyatt, frustrated but trying to reason with his father, pushed back. "But at what cost, Dad? Look at what happened with Brooke and Katie. Look at what happened with your relationship with Liam. Are you really willing to sacrifice everything for power?" Bill's eyes flashed with irritation. "I don't need a lecture from you, Wyatt. This is how the world works. You either play the game or get played." Hope and Brooke eavesdrop. Meanwhile, on the Forrester Creations rooftop, Hope, Logan, and her mother, Brooke, were having a private conversation about the latest twists and turns in their tumultuous lives. Hope had been grappling with her feelings for Thomas, torn between her family's expectations and her own desires. Brooke, ever the protective mother, had been warning Hope to steer clear of Thomas, reminding her of the past mistakes and manipulation that had come with their history. As the conversation turned more intense, Hope couldn't shake her inner conflict. "I know I should stay away from him, Mom," she admitted. "But there's something about him that keeps drawing me in. It's like I'm under a spell and I can't break free." Brooke, though protective, had her own concerns. "Hope, you've been down this road before with him, and it didn't end well. I can't bear to see you go through that again. He's dangerous, and you need to stay away from him." But before they could dive deeper into their discussion, the sound of a door opening interrupted their conversation. The two women froze and glanced up to see none other than Luna walking onto the rooftop, seemingly unaware of the two Logans standing there. Luna's presence made the air tense, as she wasn't just any ordinary guest. She had history with Bill, and with Hope and Brooke being in such close proximity, the timing couldn't have been worse. Luna quickly noticed them, and there was a flicker of discomfort in her eyes. "I didn't mean to interrupt," Luna said, her voice cool and composed, though it was clear she was just as anxious as they were. Brooke, ever the strategist, was quick to turn the situation to her advantage. "No interruption at all, Luna," she said with a polite smile, though there was a sharpness behind her words. "Just a little family discussion. Is everything okay?" Luna hesitated, a flicker of emotion passing through her expression, but she quickly regained control. "Everything's fine. Just business, really." However, it was clear to Hope and Brooke that Luna was not only seeking to align herself with Bill Spencer once again, but that she also seemed to be inching her way back into their lives, and that would not come without complications. As Luna turned to leave, Hope and Brooke exchanged a glance, both realizing that the stakes had just been raised, and they needed to be more cautious than ever. Conclusion: Tuesdays the Bold and the Beautiful showcase the intricate web of relationships and power struggles that make this soap opera a constant roller coaster. From Luna's desperate plea to Bill's cold calculations, to Hope and Brooke's unexpected eavesdropping, the drama is far from over. With Bill continuing his game of power and manipulation, and the Logan women caught in the crossfire, it's clear that the characters' lives will never be the same again. What will Luna's next move be? Will Bill's logic backfire on him? And what will Hope and Brooke do with the knowledge they've just gained? Tune in next time for more twists and turns in The Bold and the Beautiful.